Hello, Sunshine community, and welcome back for Sunday of the Bingo playoffs. Here for match 2 of Zale versus Dingeman. They're playing, I think, Invasion. I'm Golden Devil, and here with me is the great Elias.
Hello, everybody. I hope you cannot hear me finishing my food, but yeah, I exist.
Yeah, I think you're okay.
Nothing further, Your Honor. So, second match of a best of 3. Zale versus Dingeman. It's a fairly balanced matchup, I would say, right?
Yeah, I would say it's Zale definitely has the speed advantage. Dingeman has shown kind of the big brain. Zale has, I think, won all of their matchups so far.
Alright, so we need to see if there's going to be some spell-breaking kind of effort on Dingeman's behalf, or if from the other side of the Atlantic, Zale is going to be able to secure the win here. We have a game started, and this is Invasion, correct?
Yes.
So let's look at this card.
So the first thing that sticks out to me is row 5 has 3 blue trades and 40 totals.
Right, but good luck securing it. Again, there's not really much to be secured, right? There's nice Serena blues. Okay.
There's Serena 100 and Rico 100, and I mean, I guess 150 Delfino is the fastest shine here, fastest
Yes.
goal. Let's see. Column 5 is not too bad.
I am most concerned with the well-being
Actually,
of
I don't know
the
now.
this dreadful heat. Master Mario, if you would,
You've
press
got
into that
the
switch
100
and find
goals,
some
Rico
assistance.
300s, 115 Delfino, 5 Bianco, 9 Sereno, which has synergy with 2 from 7. 40 totals is something you can do relatively quickly. Although episodes and Delfinos in the same column are not great.
Power up complete.
Yeah, but it is Invasion after all, and you don't need to go for both. You can most definitely try to secure 150 from Delfino. The problem with Rome's matchup is that row 4 is absolutely garbage. Okay, if you're coming from row 5. Well, not absolutely garbage, but you get what I mean, right? It's not great. You get 50 from 2 or 150 from Delfino, and Serena 100s, and that's the only thing with some synergy there, because Pianta Shadow Mario there is pretty oof. At least you have the butterfly there to make it less painful, but
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, and row 2 is pretty solid. You've got 3 bosses, 2 and 3 rockets, 8 episodes, 5 Bianco shines. Row 1, some of those goals are going to take some time, but
okay, I have to re-enter the
Bingo Sync.
Sorry. Apparently, I'm messing up by my existence.
Proceed.
Okay.
Let's see. What about column? If there's a columns game, column 1. So the problem with column 1 is
It's a columns matchup, and that's legally impossible.
well, it just has to be cursed columns, right?
I guess. The column 1 is almost impossible to secure. I mean, you could do the Serena early and try to go for Serena 100s. That's doable, I think. But you would need to know how to do the Serena early. Like,
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna secure column 1. I'm thinking more if someone secures column 5 and you get stuck in column 1. How is it? I think the problem is column 1 itself is not.
it's not that bad. quite frankly, it's not that bad. You have 3 bosses with Serena 100s, 2 rockets, so that's kind of Bianco Rico Serena. 10 yellow button coins. That's admittedly one of the annoying parts. But
Yeah, I mean, I
don't
guess
think
I
it's
just see
bad.
like 13 Delfinos is going to take some time. At least you've got 65 blues and
You have
3 blue trades.
65 blues, 3 blue trades. You have 3 rocket nozzle into 2 rocket nozzles into 3 rocket nozzles. You have 3 bosses, Serena 100s, 4 Serena Shines. You can work with that. It's not that bad, I feel. You definitely
Yeah,
would want to go to pin at some point, though. Because you want the Delfino rocket nozzle, you want the butterfly blue coin, and I mean, you need Yoshi for that. So
Yeah, honestly, the other thing I'll say about column 1 is your 4 Serena Shines, like, you may want to just do Serena 100s and 4 there, because you want to have Serena 4 open as a potential 5th secret. You're going to want to do Serena 1, 2, and 3 anyway. You're going to want to do Serena 1 as a boss. Like, I don't know. I guess column 1's not terrible. You are just going to have to prioritize blues. Like,
yes.
if you lose 3 blue trades, that's pretty bad, and you obviously need blues for 13 Delfino.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a call here. I think that this card is one where you want to set up at least a bit. Because there's no easy. I mean, you can do Rico 100s. Like, if you do a Rico 100 start here and your opponent sets up, that's a perfect counter because you stick them in row 5, right? That's not so great. But if you don't see that happening, I think setup with the potentially your opponent is gonna go either nicer and a blues or 50 from 2 as a start, I think could actually work quite well. Because I was trying to see if if you start 9 Serena blues, can you somehow stick your opponent in row 5, right? But there's no easy way to do that. Unless you win 3 bosses.
Which is going to be tough.
Yeah, I don't see how that works, because if you're setting up, obviously you're starting Bianco, right? You're starting Bianco 2. On this card, I would start Bianco, like PD, into Manta, or PD into Underbell, Rico 1, right? That's the setup start here, because you want the you could want the rockets, you could want the Bianco shines, there's a lot of stuff. You might want the bosses, so you should start with either of these 2 options. And if that's the case, there's no way 9 Serena Blues beats you to 3 bosses, right? Because then you can just go in Serena and do Manta.
Yeah, so let's see where they start.
It's an interesting card, though, I have to say.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say we didn't really talk about is, is there a lot of Pinna value here? Is there a lot of Noki value here? And
3 rockets.
3 rockets is a Noki goal, typically. Also,
not necessarily.
Delfino Rocket and yeah, I mean Delfino Rocket and Bird and Butterfly are both at least Pinna 4.
Yes. Also,
but
we
there's
have a
no
lot of
Reds will help with Pinna. Yeah, we've seen Dingeman starting Bianco, Zale starting with 150 Delfino.
Yeah, I think
I do think column 5 is a pretty strong start, but if Dingeman's doing setup and is getting, blues, doing bosses, like, we'll be in decent shape.
Right, because obviously I have to say column 5 is okay, but it's not like it's a great column, right? You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, if I get column 5, my opponent is stuck in a bad position, because that would be row 1, that you're able to stick your opponent in a bad position.
Yeah, the one thing though is, I will say for column 1 is, like, it's a lot of goals that are going to just take time to get, other than bosses. Especially, like, Dingeman does not know. Well, Dingeman knows Serena 100s, not practiced in it. Yesterday really struggled.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Dingeman go into beach money anytime soon. But what I think we could see, if he's stuck in that column, is a 4 from Serena play, right? It's not that bad with 5 secrets in your base and 3 bosses. It's not like the synergy is terrible. Plus, if you're going for blues, you have the 13 from Delfino. You could try to invade with 9 Delfino shines. Right? That's maybe to steal either 2 from 7, or 40 totals. The 40 totals probably gonna be gone by the time, but I don't know. I still think it's definitely a possibility. The interesting thing to me is that column 3 is a very time-intensive column. Like, it's not too easy to go through with it, right? Like, how do you go about getting through column 3 from either side? From Dingeman's side, I mean, I'm assuming Dingeman gets stuck with column 1 here. From Dingeman's side,
Serena,
yeah, obviously
and
Serena.
probably reds and hiddens. I mean, just because if you have 5 secrets, like, that's gonna be some synergy for hiddens.
But from Dingeman, sorry, from Zale's side, because they're swapped, obviously. How do you go through that? Like, what do you do to get through? Because there's not much I can see that makes a lot of sense from Zale's perspective, right?
I mean, I think probably 5 reds and set up for rockets, potentially. But yeah, I mean, row or column 3 is not amazing for either one, but it definitely has more synergy with column 1.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we're gonna see a very defensive kind of game where both players try to stick to their base and cover their side of the map. But the only avenue that's an easy quote-unquote invade, normally wouldn't be easy, but for Dingeman's side, it is Serena. And honestly, that's a nice change of pace because screw Bianco.
Sorry, Elias, a noted Bianco hater. But on this card, Bianco definitely has some value.
Look, I have to tell you, there was a time in which I advocated for a Bianco buff. Okay? That was like when I arrived, alright? And then Rico was super strong. Okay, so I don't hate Bianco for its sin of existing. I hate Bianco for the sin of being too strong with this meta. So
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Bianco is, even on a card without a lot of Bianco-specific goals, you have the early boss, you have reds.
I know,
secret
I know.
hidden.
It's hard to balance, and then I know. But
Yeah.
But I think that obviously like that's for our fantastic balance team to handle in that sense. I'm pretty sure that they're looking into it. Because I mean, I'm at least I think that most people would agree that Bianco is definitely a very strong stage in this meta. So it could benefit from a bit of a kick down into the mortal coil and mortal realm of other stages. With that said, I don't think we're gonna see Zale not go to Bianco either because 5 Bianco shines. So now, one thing we haven't mentioned, like the reason this is not super important, is that you mentioned 8 episodes shines and 9 Delfino shines being on the same column, right? That's terrible synergy right there. But 8 episodes shines, right? Zale will want that first because there's nothing that says Delfino on Dingeman's base, right? So how do you go about balancing that? It's my question, because Zale's side is strong, but you have to invade, right? You have to get goals in the 3rd row if you want to win a bingo match of invasion.
I mean, that's why I think the potential invade is probably 5 reds. To me, that's the one that makes the most sense with Zale's side. Because 5 Bianco shines, you're going to do 3R and 4. That's 2 reds. You could do either, Delfino reds. You could do, episode reds. Go through Pinna 3, and get some Delfinos to get to Pinna quickly.
Okay, that is definitely an option, but we like it's not a goal that's easy to see, right? Especially with newer players, it's not like easy to see that you need to rush reds. So you need to focus reds.
Yeah, and
take that into account. It's more something you do, at least in my experience with newer players. It's more something you think about like 30 minutes in the match. By the way, how many reds do I have? Yeah, red. I can go for this or not. Right?
Yeah,
So-
and the problem with reds is they are not. They don't synergize with episode chimes, really. Because most of the reds are either that you're going to get for 5 are probably hiddens or Delfinos.
Yeah, I mean, there's Bianco 4 and Pinna 3 and Rico 6. I think those are and Gelato 6, but come on.
I mean, on this card, I don't even think we're going to see Rico 6. I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
there's
no,
any reason to go that far.
Oh, and Noki 3. I was just listing like the episode reds that I know, and like that's Bianco 8. So there's definitely a
Deontay,
few.
also a red coin chime.
Yeah, there's definitely a few, but very few of them are accessible, right? You have Bianco 4 and Pinna 3, they're the ones you see more often.
Yeah, Dingeman is going straight for bosses and is not collecting blues, which I think is a mistake if you're stuck in column 1.
Yes,
Yeah,
most
I think-
definitely. I mean, at least the Rico 1 specific blues, and Dingeman just heard us. Hello. At least the Rico 1 specific blues, like the ship blues, etc. I think you would want to do some of that. Especially because there's no, you know, if it was a rush to secure column 1 instead of row 5, I would understand, right? But there's no ambiguity as to where you are at the moment. So you can go for blues as well. 3 bosses is not going to be in danger. And you're going to want something to click after you got 3 bosses, right? What's the point if you only click 3 bosses? Like, you know, you need the click there. You need the 3 blue trades or you need the 2 rockets. That's pretty simple.
Yeah. I mean, I think you need both, probably.
Yeah, but as in, like, your first... That's also going to be interesting, because obviously 2 rocket nozzle unlocks, right? Zale is going to threaten that quite clearly with 5 Bianco Shines, right? That's obviously a threat. But 3 blue trade shines is one of the best goals. It's definitely a great goal. It's a pretty strong goal. And I think that is more versatile, especially given that Zale has 40 total blues. So in my opinion, 3 blue trade shines more important to secure.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that's fortunate for Dingeman is it's going to take some time for Zale to invade and steal it, but yeah, I mean, you've got 2 blue totals goals in your second column, and you have 13 from Delfino, which is the blues goal as well.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of time for Zale to invade, and if you're Dingeman, you could consider a Pinna rush or semi-Pinna rush, right? You know, you do Bianco to Rico and you don't do Serena. That would be kind of weird. Maybe, I don't know, it's like, Dingeman's side is good, but it's not great, right? You get what I mean? It's not like the card routes itself. It's not like the card clearly says, oh yeah, do Bianco and Rico, or it does say you do Bianco and Serena. You have options to finish those 3 bosses.
Yeah, I think Dingeman here is going through, is going and doing Rico 1 through 4, and then is going to go into Serena.
Oh, why Rico 1 through 4? Oh, for the secret, you mean?
For the secret, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I agree with the Rico focus, honestly. I think Rico... I mean, you can do Rico 1 through 3 for Rocket, right? You don't need
Yeah,
to do
maybe
the
it's just going to be 1 through 3 to have the secret open.
Yeah, exactly. You want the secret access, but I think that you're not necessarily required to go for like hard on secrets right now, especially with the card Screaming Serena for you as well. It's no, we're not screaming. It's more like I just say that the card's not saying too much. The card is like lightly suggesting you go to 4 out of the 7 stages on the map, but it's not really telling you this is the best one. So I don't know. I don't think secret's gonna be a problem for Dingeman with all the level proc that he's gonna inevitably have with the side of the card. It's more when do you do what? That's the problem.
There's, you know, we haven't talked about Gelato or Pianta at all, for good reason. I think Gelato, someone's going to want to go in at some point and probably do 1 and 1R and the Sand Hidden, but 5 secrets and 6 hiddens are kind of slow.
Look. In the eyes of a bingo player, Gelato Beach only has 3 levels. Okay. Gelato 1, Gelato 1 Reds, and Gelato Sand. Everything else is relevant. Unless your name is Tober, in which case you also know of the existence of Wiggler. But
I mean, we do have Ramato and Jeff who like gelato plays as well.
Look, don't get me wrong, I love Gelato plays. It's just no question that the stage is garbage. When it comes down to usefulness in the card, and for like obviously nobody likes doing Gelato 2. So that's a bit unfortunate. But that's the way it stands. Gelato is a cool stage in my opinion, but it just needs a bit of love. Or rather, it's the one stage where if it was played every single time like Bianco, it would be pretty terrible. But every now and then to see, it's pretty cool. But don't forget, Larvae at some point won with like in 2v2 won with 10 shines from Gelato as a quick. It's 10 shines from a level. 10 shines with Gelato.
That sounds like a 2v2 play.
Yes,
sure.
It is very much a 2v2 play. Now
So
both players
Dingeman-
tied on blues.
Yeah, Dingeman went in, is doing Rico 4.
Yeah.
They're both getting. They're going to be tied for 1 rocket each.
I don't know. I don't understand this Rico 4 play unless you want to do Rico 5 as your third boss, which I would do that. I think I would have preferred.
I mean, maybe that's the play. Is to basically say, you're not going to Serena. I'm saving it for later.
Yes and no, because Serena is your only avenue for invasion, as we mentioned. So you can go it later. You can go there later, but it's not much later. If you know what I mean, right? You're not gonna delay it too much. So I don't think it is. If it's an attempted misdirection, I understand. I just think that it's more valuable to just secure it. You know, there's more.
Dingeman had a pretty clean Rico 4. Really struggled with it yesterday in match 1, so I'm glad he did not have this rough a time today.
I think it's taken a bit slower, but you know, there's the old saying from F1, right? In order to finish first, you first have to finish. So taking a bit of slower strats sometimes can really help you with getting matches done, and therefore improving a lot on your confidence and consistency. So yeah, that's definitely something to look into.
Yeah, I mean, Dingeman died, I think, 4 times in Rico 4
Exactly.
yesterday. So taking it slow is definitely better than dying multiple times.
Zale is also taking it fairly slow on this Rico 3 Reds. Bianco 3 Reds.
Doing it with the rocket, which
If you're
It's
not used to
dangerous.
it, yeah, if you're not really used to it, it's kind of weird. Not gonna lie. And Zale, I mean, Zale is a newer player to Bingo, but already has experience in SMS in general. So you can definitely see that it's the Bingo specific things that trouble Zale a bit over regular episodes.
okay, I see what Dingeman is doing here. Dingeman's gonna do Gelato 1, and then I think Serrano 1 through 4.
Okay,
Which will be 5 bosses, 3 bosses, 5 secrets. That could be it. I'm not 100% sure, but
that is a bit of a gamble, honestly. Or rather,
Yeah.
it is a bit of a lack of a gamble, because I think that if you're able to do 3 boss chance, 3 blue trades shines for Serena into 8 episodes, that would hurt Zale quite a bit. I know Serena's low, right? But it's not unfeasible. Serena 1 is slow, but Serena 2 is not that slow. Serena 3 is pretty fast. I don't know.
yeah,
I
I mean,
feel
this is 6 episodes for Dingeman. Like, Dingeman will be able to get 8 episodes. The problem is Dingeman doesn't actually have a click in column 2 right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, if you focused a bit more on blues and went to Serena right now, it would be in Serena. They could try to for the 8 episode chance play, because obviously you have at that point, I'm assuming Bianco 2, Rico 1 through 3, And then you have 4 shines in Serena, which you can do Serena for at that point. For the secret.
Yeah, I mean, Dingeman also is going to need to go into Bianco and get the rocket. 2 rockets is looking like Dingeman's first click in column 2, given the very light blue.
Yeah, I guess you can also make that play work with 2 rockets, right? The point is, I don't see any reason to go into Bean Gelato right now. Like, the 5 secrets click is not going to be something that comes into play until, like, you have done that invade, unless you're playing extremely passive, or defensive, I should say. Passive gives the bad connotation, but I did say we were going to see a very defensive play, and that's why I was trying to get to hope we would see that kind of offensive punch early on, because I think that can really change the complexion of the match. If you have... Because suddenly, if you're not planning to invade and you're getting invaded, you're obviously on the back foot. As in, like, you didn't expect that to happen. And I think that would have been one of the best ways that Dingeman could try to flex a bit of a routing advantage there. To be clear.
Dingeman is trading into Pinna now.
No Serena. Alright. Bit of a setup. I mean, not sure not Serena, technically speaking, but why would you trade if that was the case?
Yeah, I mean, Dingeman doesn't want to lose. The problem here is, like, there are 3 column 2 goals that Dingeman doesn't want to lose. Dingeman's not going to get all of them, but seems to be kind of hedging also for all of them.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, but that's all fine and good, but you're not going to be able to secure them unless you go to Serena, because you need that Serena hundreds at some point. Like, you cannot just make it work with 5 secret shines or 3 boss shines unless you make a play that includes Serena or that includes Delfino invade with 5 red coins and 9 Delfino shines. But none of this seemed to be on Dingeman's mind, so I'm a bit confused as to what's going on at the moment. Might be a bit of, as I mentioned, like excessive defensive posturing in this situation, which could be a thing.
Yeah, I also have no idea what Dingeman's going to do in row 3 right now, because Dingeman has no hiddens, no reds, no Serena shines.
Right, Zale's clearly working
Can't
on
get
hidden.
3 rockets anytime soon.
Okay, Zale's also working on 2 from 7 with Gelato 1, Gelato Sand. I think I would prefer to see Gelato 1, Gelato 1 reds, because, you know, red coined. Also, what's Zale's episode count? Because it's not that high at the moment, is it?
Yeah, I think it might only be 3. 'Cause I think Zale has only done Bianco 2, 3, and Gelato 1. And then did Bianco 3R and Gelato Sand.
Yeah, that's the conundrum you have there, right? You want to protect that 8 episode shines. You cannot afford to let it go, because it's like I've been working on all this time on the assumption that unless Dingeman does the Serena play, he's not even gonna go steal 8 episodes. But if he still makes it, well, that's a big loop right there. You know what I mean, right? It's
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is 3 bosses for Dingeman. So that's gonna be the first click. Dingeman has good reason to do Pinna 2, because he's gonna want the yellow button and a 4th secret, but like, and is gonna want, we'll probably do Pinna 3 because it's red and it opens up Yoshi for later. But yeah, I mean, it's Dingeman could have had 3 blue trades already. Dingeman could have 2 rockets already.
yeah, exactly, and you want to be able to apply pressure, right? Because the main advantage of invading early is you're applying pressure onto your opponent. You're forcing them to change their game plan, because you're basically in the driver's seat at that point, unless that they're able to turn the tide. And you don't want to be left in the passenger seat of a crashing car now, do you? So yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna hear a pretty good reason as to why the players played really defensively.
Yeah, Dingeman. I'm sure Dingeman has a reason for what he's doing. I can't see it right now.
Yeah, it's maybe it's a bit of the both these players have played for a while now, but they were still like sort of newer players, and you constantly hear about that like Serena's low, Serena's bad, but sometimes you need to have a bit of experience to recognize, okay, Serena might be bad on average, but on this card, it's your ticket to fade. So yeah, it might be slowish, but there's good synergy. So all it takes is one.
I actually think
also
what we're
good
gonna see. I think Dingeman is gonna get Yoshi and open Serena with Yoshi, and that way he won't have to do any whatevers.
Okay, if there's no consistency on whatevers, I can see that being a thing. But I think Dingeman knows what to. I mean, by now I think every player in the league knows what to do whatevers, right? I don't think it's a. I think it's a bit of a requirement by now, in a way.
Yeah, this is not Season 1, Division 3, where, or even
at the start,
Div
I was
3 in Season 2, the start of it as well. There were some people that didn't know.
Yeah, and I know the Division 3 Season 1, I was one of the only people that could do whenever at the start. Like, me and DDoS were the only ones, I think. Or maybe Peaches could already do. No, Peaches was still learning a lot of stuff at the very, very beginning, so... No, so yeah, it's not that common anymore. The player joins the league without knowing how to do whatever, so without planning to learn that immediately. So I don't think that that's a lack of experience in that sense, because if it is, it's a pretty glaring weakness in Dingeman's game, basically.
No, Dingeman knows how to do whatever. May not feel the most comfortable with it, but...
Yeah, okay, but you kind of have to be at least comfortable, because maybe if you have a situation like this, it's not like just one whenever to get beach money, right? You need to do it 4 times, I think.
Yeah.
Regardless, we're gonna see 3 boss shines and 10 yellow button coins.
I mean, I think what Dingeman is also trying to do is just hide a lot of things, because Dingeman knows it's going to take some time for Zale to invade. But I don't know. Dingeman has now gone into 2 worlds with pretty fast blues, and could have gotten at least 30 for blue trade, and is just skipping most of them. And that's only 11.
Zale takes an L in blooper race. All right. Dingeman having a bit of trouble here. Still no blues.
Yeah, just grab that one that was kind of on the way.
Right, because obviously, as a newer player, especially newer players on the how to put it on the brain side of the spectrum compared to speed, right? What you want to do is just try to stick to textbook maneuvers, right? You want to delay correctly. You want to be able to know the weaknesses and the strengths of the meta, right? But invasion, which is normally considered like, okay, you can use your brain to try to like set up, but it tends to be a speed format, because you also have this fact kind of nerves routing players, because sometimes you just have a stage that's good despite of it not being meta good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
I mean, we've seen invasion cards where gelato for one player is incredibly strong.
Yeah, exactly, and that's not something that's, if you're a textbook player, it's not easy to wrap your mind around it. You know what I mean? It's not that simple. Now, I don't agree with this 10 yellow button coin delay, because if Zale will be planning a 8 episode shines into something else, 5 red and 10 yellow button coins click, but I mean, so far
Zale is already at 30 blues. Zale is grabbing a second rocket.
Yep, Zale is like, how do I get to column 2? Please give all of that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, the problem right now is, I mean, Zale has 2 hidden, but Reds, I think they're both tied at 1. Neither of them, I mean, Pianta Shadow Mario is the worst goal on this card.
Yes, definitely. Even though normally Delfino Rocket's pretty bad, it's still workable here.
Yeah.
I don't know what is this route for keeping the 2 reds, but it works out.
It's a safe one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, as I said, like, I don't know it, but it works out. So
Yeah, I mean, if
I
you're
li-
gonna miss the earlier cycle, yeah, you have some leeway. I think Zale is now gonna head into Pinna.
and the 5 links as well is a good option to get started with. What am I
Yeah,
bit
did Zale
perplexed?
get? I know Zale. I think Zale got Bianco link, and Gelato link.
Yeah, I mean, and Delfino linked, I feel as well was a thing for both players.
Yeah. Okay, Zale has 4 linked pairs. Dingeman is gonna go do Grass Pipe. Which, I mean, Delfinos are on the card.
Reds are on the card, so okay.
That is Peanut Island.
Did Dingeman
No.
do Pinna 4?
Secret hideout must
No.
be there.
No, that's
He has
Yeah.
2 reds from here. It's gonna be a 3rd red, I think.
this. I think this is his. Oh, he did Pinna 2R. Yeah.
So that's the 2 in Pinna, Gelato. No, what I'm saying is he did Gelato though. No,
2 in Pinna and Tallgrass are
And Tallgrass, so
reds.
yeah, exactly. So that's the 3 reds.
Yeah, I mean, if he does Chinko and
Bianco.
I think he's going to want to do Bianco 3 and get the rocket. That will be 5 reds. That will allow. That'll be 2 rockets, 5 reds, 8 episodes. I mean, it's going to be close, I think. Especially having a little trouble with this Fire Pianta. Like, Pachinko is a fast shine, but only if you know the strategy.
Yeah, I think there's enough value in other stuff for Dingeman not to go for that. Now I'm really curious as to what Zale will do because yeah, you're getting 5 links, but then what? That's what at least sitting me a bit perplexed at the moment because
Yeah, I actually think Dingeman is seeing 5 reds is really valuable. Yeah, I mean, Zale is going for 40 totals and is hoping he can win episodes, but at this point, what episodes has he done? He's done Rico 1 through 3, Bianco 2, 3, and Gelato 1.
So I mean that's 6 episodes. As I said, this game's gonna be a slow and defense-based game. So
Yeah. Yeah, and Zale will have links. Yeah, I think. Yeah, we haven't talked about the 100 coin goals on this card much. Serena 100. We haven't talked about Rico 100, but that 300 is going to be important later. Zale's probably favored because Zale's already got the 1. Oh no, Dingeman, why are you skipping the rocket?
is this free?
Oh, he's going to do Bianco 4 as a 5th red and probably grab the rocket there. Okay.
Yeah, because
Rather than Pachinko.
yeah, I mean this is because probably Dingeman doesn't feel comfortable with doing this with Rocket, which understandable. But I don't know, it's one of those things that I kind of advise newer players to learn. Kind of.
Dingeman could steal 5 Bianco shines here.
Yes. Does he have 8 episodes?
Yes. He's done Bianco 2 and 3, Rico 1 through 3, Pinna 1 through 3, and Gelato 1.
Zale so far has Bianco 2 free, Gelato 1, Rico 1 through 3, right? And now Pinna 1.
Yeah, this is 7.
I'm not
I mean,
sure. I'm not sure-
Dingeman needs to make a beeline for the rocket as soon as he enters Bianco 4. Like, cannot. Because Dingeman.
Now Zale is still gonna win episodes if he goes for another episode shine here, which I feel he would.
Oh, you know what? Dingeman is just going to do the red. Somewhere.
Gelato 1 reds looks like.
This is probably going to cost Dingeman episodes. I mean, it'll depend on how Zale's mole skip goes, but Zale probably will win episodes, and that's like...
The problem is Zale doesn't have a wait invade.
That's true, but episodes is like... Episodes into Bianco is a really powerful invade for Dingeman that he's going to lose, because that is the one row 4 goal you could have tried to win. And
Yeah, that's fair.
if Dingeman had gone into Bianco 4 instead of Gelato 1R...
Oh, what are you doing, Zale? Oh my god. Okay, you're dead.
Oh, this might actually win Dingeman 8 episodes now. Yeah, going for that life.
Going for the life when you don't need it, man. That's
Lives
really...
are not on the card. I had a lot of lives.
Okay,
As long as Dingeman
but
doesn't
this is
make a
close.
mistake here,
I don't know, this is
Dingeman
so close.
should win this.
This is still close because... Oh boy. Unless we see a delay from both players. Now, don't go for the life save.
Oh,
Okay.
no, Zale is going to win this.
Yeah, unless there's a delay. But again, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Instant
there's
play.
8 episodes. And yeah, Dingeman... If Dingeman had gone for Bianco 4, I think he would have won that.
I mean, nevertheless, that's 5 reds, that's progress for hidden, so it's not too bad. Also, if Dingeman had better gameplay in Gelato 1, reds could have also secured that, probably.
Yeah,
And
now
again-
I'm curious where Dingeman is going here. I think this is probably back to mana for
Yoshi, yeah.
Yoshi, and then the Rico play, or the Serrano play. Yeah, that was a, like... I think Dingeman was maybe a little greedy trying to set up for 2 from 7. And maybe also not seeing the potential 5 Bianco steal.
Okay, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Zale is sitting on a pile of about 43 blue coins, right? Did he trade 40 or 30?
30.
Okay.
Yeah,
then
Zale has 40. I mean, Zale clicked 40 blues.
Zale has 44 blues right now because we're starting to get to the point of the game where if Zale can punch through from column 3, right? Those 3 blue trades there. There's 65 there. You know, there's ways to hurt Dingeman there. 5 reds is clicked right now. I don't understand the delay, honestly, because you could have gotten that stolen, and there's nothing you can click in the immediate, right, where you would benefit from a delay, unless you were trying to do Rico 100s at that time.
Yeah, I think that delay maybe didn't make a lot of sense, because that is the easiest goal to get in column 3. I think it's just like the thing I have seen in Invasion, and I don't know this, is like when you're looking at delaying and Invasion, you have to say, what is the easiest goal to get? Can I beat my opponent there? And
Yeah,
what's the risk of losing it?
You have to delay with a purpose, right? Like, purposeless delays always hurt me a bit, because you're like, why? Why would you... Like, you're in a situation where you have some manner of risk and no reward. So why would you bite the bullet there, right? Like, makes no sense. Invasion is very complex in this. Dingeman's pausing, doesn't know what to do probably at the moment.
I think checking shine count, because Dingeman's at 18. So Dingeman is going to want to get 2 and 3 rocket. Probably going to do Serena 1 and 2, although might make more sense. Actually, 100% makes more sense to do quick Delfinos and run into Bianco. Because that Noki race for 3 rocket is very, very close. And in fact, Zale is ahead right now.
Zale is gonna win that race. Plus, Zale already has both rockets, so.
Yeah, Dingeman sees it and is doing underval. Zale has both Bianco and Rico. Dingeman did not get the Bianco rocket.
Wait, does Dingeman have 5 secrets? Dingeman has Rico, Bianco,
4.
Pina, Gelato, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Now he's gonna click the rockets.
Ooh. Yeah. Yep.
Because that's the conundrum there, right? Like, how are you gonna click
And,
it?
I mean, yeah. And that loses you. I mean, that is the Noki value on this card.
Yes. Unless this is a play
And a hit.
Delfino shines.
But yeah, I mean, he's behind on 9 Delfinos too. Yeah, and Dingeman should have just gone and unlocked Serena when he got Yoshi. I know it's slow.
I
but-
know. I think this, as I said, like I think this Serena play was the ticket to glory from the very beginning. Zale was exposed on 8 episode shines for a long time and didn't cover it, which I think was really like, I mean, not necessarily a mistake because it ended up not being one, but it was a very distinct vulnerability. And I think that play would have worked out. That said, it's not like the match is gone, but I think Zale's position is pretty solid.
Yeah, Zale is going to be able to
Still
play.
3 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Zale is going to want to do is going to want to try and steal 13 Delfinos.
Yep. He's gonna be able to. It's not that he wants to do it. He's gonna do it.
Right.
Like, because he already has more than enough blue coin advantage to do that. He just needs basically. Did he trade another 20 right now?
Yeah.
So he's sitting at 50. He just needs another 15, maybe 20 if you want to get that 7th, but I think the fast point is faster to get another Delfino.
And this is, I mean, this is kind of the problem now with column 1 that we talked about. Is like Dingeman did not prioritize his base enough. He did a lot of setup, but can't click rockets. Didn't get blues. Didn't finish off 5 secrets, which a Serena play would have done.
Okay,
Yeah, and
that hurts quite a bit.
Yeah, Dingeman's trying to do a 9 Delfino steal. I do think with this Noki play, Dingeman may be ahead now.
Yeah, but does it really matter? If he, I mean, he needs another 4 shines in Delfino out of blues or out of. I mean, he already traded 10 blues, technically speaking. So.
Yeah. So, looking at the other, I mean, Zale is gonna get, I think, the 4th hidden. There's Bianco 3R, the Gelato Sand hidden, Pinna 2R, and now Goldbird. And has access to Gelato 1R. I mean, needs one more. Like, honestly, this is gonna sound crazy.
Yeah.
Zale should go to Serena now.
Oh, why would it sound crazy? It's always been good for him. It's 9 Serena blues in the base. Like, it's not a bad stage, but
Yeah, Zale is thinking now. Wow.
Maybe Fat just typing something in the bingo sync chat.
Maybe he's gonna get Yoshi.
Has he done 2? Yeah, he's done 2, right? Maybe he's gonna aim
And-
for another
and
hit.
3.
Peanut to reds maybe as well. Yeah, if with a butterfly steal, that would put him in pretty decent spot, honestly.
I mean, he has significantly better butter. Well, they're tied in Bianco. That's where they're going to get the butterfly on this card, unless it's as part of the Pianta Shadow Mario race, I guess.
Yanta Shadow Mario butterfly race. Let's go.
But
That's the way we all want the match to end, right?
yeah, I mean, this is Dingeman is hard prioritizing Delphino. I lost count of how many Delphinos they each have.
Honestly, I don't think it would matter too much.
Okay, Dingeman's at 8 Delphinos. Falcon, Zale has 4 hidden. Because Zale did Bianco 3R, Gelato Sand hidden, Pinna 2R, and then Goldberg. So it's currently ahead to 6 hidden. I think Dingeman doesn't feel good about Pachinko and is now going in. Zale did the sand hidden gelato.
Trying to think, is there any more items
Why-
that make sense?
Why is Pianta?
2 from 7. But still, like,
But he
yeah.
can't click 2 from 7 until he
I
gets Delfinos and
I know. Then don't ask. I have no idea.
yeah.
Like, if you have a dump world for not 7 on this card, it is Bianca. Come on, like, maybe Noki, I guess. Noki's fast.
Yeah, I mean, again, in doing 2 from 7,
Right? Zale's
not doing
going
Serena.
Zale's going Serena right now. Okay, I think this is. How many secrets is Zale sitting on? Pinna 2,
3.
Bianco, and Gelato, right? I mean, this would finish 5 secrets if he does Serena 1 through 4.
Yep. And Zale can get 9 Serena Blues. And stealing 4 Serena Shines and 5 Secrets is... It's rough.
No, it's the KO punch. Honestly, the match will go on for a bit at the point, but it's like, yeah, we're going for not the KO punch necessarily. Like, we're going for a TKO, and we all know who's gonna win, right? You've probably been in that situation at some point. You're watching a match or something, and like, yeah, it's gonna go to the end, but you already know who won.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, this is... Like... We talked about how Dingeman, is known for making smart plays.
I think it was a bit in his head at
Right.
this match, like trying to go
Yeah.
for the silver bullet, where the right play was just to play normally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is Dingeman was trying to do too many split plays. Like, there were several points where Dingeman could have stolen a goal if he had prioritized it instead of hedging, right? Like, 8 episodes, Dingeman could have just done
Another secret for the 5 rocket for the rockets.
could have done Bianco 4 to get the 5th red to get 8 episodes.
Yeah, right. I also meant like the rocket, because the 2 rockets not long. Like, you can lose 3 rockets, it's fine, but like, not getting 2, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, not finishing off 5 secrets. I mean, and that's the value of the Serena play here. Is you can't get 5 secrets without at least Serena 2. I mean, you can, but you'd have to do like Bianco 6, which nobody wants to do on this card.
No P6.
Yes, or Pianta 5.
Pianta 5 is at least somewhat plausible on this card.
Yeah,
Like,
but
how good,
it's... And, I mean, I think Dingeman not getting blues at any point in this match. Just, I don't think Dingeman recognized how important blues were going to be for his base. The first click was 150 Delfino. It was uncontested. Zale went for it. Dingeman was setting up, I think, for column 1.
Wait, can you spawn? My brain just at this thought. Can you spawn a 100 coin shine underwater?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure you could, like in Noki, grab one of the underwater yellows and it would spawn.
Yeah, no, okay, but like no, because my brain was in SM64 mode for some reason. You know, I think what Dingeman is trying to do here is 5 secrets with Pianta 5 to Pianta Shadow Mario.
Yeah.
But why?
I mean, still may win it because...
Yeah, it's not gonna win Pianta Shadow Mario because there's nothing to click on second column 2, right? That's the problem.
Yeah. But Zale's not going to be able to invade and steal 5 secrets before. I don't think.
I know, Zale, this is his fourth, so hey.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, I still think... Yeah, no, Serena 2, 3, and 4 versus Pianta 4 and 5. I think...
So does he care about 5 secrets to steal it? Because he also has 13 for Pianta to steal. He already has a lot of blue coins, so... That's really at the end of the day, that's more a blue coin gold than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I think stealing 5 secrets is more valuable than 13 Delfino, given
I mean, yes.
that you've seen absolutely no blues from Dingeman.
Yeah, I know, but from a perspective of someone who's trying to win a match, you don't care which goal it is. You just care that it's a goal, right?
Yeah, Zale will be happy to take either one. But yeah, I mean, Dingeman... I don't know. I actually am pretty sure that Zale is going to be able to get 2 clicks in column 1. I feel pretty confident about that.
Okay, Dingeman
Because
with the barrel,
with either, I mean, 4 Serena Shines and 6 Hiddens are both Zale favored right now. And Zale has 3 blue trade shines whenever he wants it.
Yeah, no, this match is definitely kind of a conclusion at the moment, unless Zale game overs. Because I don't see. I mean, there's always a loose condition, I guess, but yeah. But I think I'm trying to a bit too many split plays here now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what is the win con?
Oh, Zale didn't get the no-keys right. Oh, the win con from Dingeman is Zale goes to Pianta right now. It does stuff for whatever reason, but he's not good at that.
Yeah. I think Zale has 9 Serena and is just delaying it to hide.
No, I mean he didn't do the no-keys, right?
No, he did. He did them before Manta.
Okay, then he's just...
Oh no, this is... Yeah, that's 9 Serena. I still think Zale is hiding it to hide Serena progress, which I think is a smart delay.
I guess, but at this point, I mean, yeah, you could guess that your opponent is gonna go to Serena because who wouldn't with that side of the card at some point at least go to Serena. But yeah.
Oh, Dingeman.
This is actually might cost him 5 secrets.
Yeah.
Unless Zale goes for hundreds here, but I'm not seeing why you would go for certain hundreds.
I don't think it makes sense right now.
No.
I think that's a greedier call.
The only
'Cause
the,
it's
the
slow.
only thing that would make sense right now is turn to reds, maybe. Because it's an extra hidden, right? You lose secret, but if you don't care about secrets, you can go for the hidden. But... Hey, we have a race now. All right.
Yeah, I think this should favor Zale.
Yeah, it's not much of a race, I know, but
Well,
unless Zale dies multiple times here.
yeah. I mean,
That's turn a
Yeah.
4 can happen sometimes. But taking it
yeah,
very
and Dingeman failing Yoshi skip again. Dingeman had a rough time of that yesterday too. And yeah, I mean, once the 5 secrets, 4 Serena, 3 blue trades, triple click here with 9 Serena, so quadruple click is just going to be really rough. And Dingeman is doing what he probably should have done from the outset, which is grabbing Yoshi and getting the butterfly.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? I know, like I know 5 secret. You feel 5 secret could be in danger, but if you felt 5 secrets was in danger, why are you beyond them, man? Oh, I don't know. It's
Yeah, I mean, I'd also say like
okay. That's
that there's the triple click. Zale is still delaying 9 Serena, I think.
because why not?
Yeah, I mean, oh, there we go. So Zale's win con here is finish off 5 Bianco and 9 and 13 Delfinos.
Yeah,
I don't know how many Delfinos Zale actually has right now.
so it's gonna trade. Also, yeah, 65 is also an option, but I guess that like you could.
No, he can't click 65.
No, I know. I mean, I was thinking that you can do Rico hundreds maybe, and 6 hidden and 65. That's also an option.
Yeah, so Zale has 3 physical Delfinos, 8 with blue trades. So yeah, I mean, 9 Delfinos might not actually be the win con, but it doesn't hurt to go for it because it's going to get you progress to 13, which Zale is ahead to. Now, Dingeman definitely should go for finish off 9 Delfinos.
Zale bonking against the policeman. I don't know, man. If I had a turbo propeller on my back and hit someone, I probably would kill them. Not gonna lie.
You absolutely would.
Even
It would also kill you.
yeah,
but-
probably. I mean, my frame isn't exactly the sturdiest, but I'll still kill them. So yeah, questionable inventions here. You get. I mean, again, we spoke about this yesterday. Everything that dude does is questionable and illegal. So
Yeah. So
Dingeman still has still able to have Delfino Rocket. Not that it's that much of a.
Turbo Underbell. Let's go.
Listen, we gotta have a next season as well. The bingo goal of Turbo Underbell.
Yeah, Bingo Bingo kind of died early in season 2 and didn't happen. We did get sunglasses for the first time yesterday in a match.
Dingeman, I'm afraid, doesn't know how to do this. Or what's the? Yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
might not know the turbo jump.
I mean, if you know the turbo jump, you can do this. So I mean, not from this route, but you know what I mean. Yeah, this is a bit of one. This is a bit where 120 helps a lot here because yeah, it's something you do in 120. So.
Zale is gonna do Rocket Lighthouse, probably.
Wait, Zale lost Shadow Mario? I think
Yeah, I
Zale
think
lost
so.
it.
It's okay. Zale has some fast. Dingeman is having some real trouble grabbing the shine.
Okay,
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
That is 9 Delfinos for Dingeman, but Zale is pretty solid. Has 12 Delfinos, needs one more. Wait, no, Zale has 13 because that does not count. Yeah, Zale clicked it because the hundreds doesn't show up on there.
Yep.
Is now probably gonna finish off 2 from 7 here in Noki. Yeah, this is 2 from 7, and then just needs to go back and do Bianco 1, and that's the match. Dingeman is trying to get 5 Bianco shines, but he's gonna need 2 shines.
Bianco
Might still have it because Bianco 4 is fast.
So is Noki. Zale already has hidden, so he only needs Noki 1. Right? He has 2 in Pin.
Yeah.
He has 2 in Gelato. He has 2 in Rico. He has 2 in Bianco.
Yeah.
He has 2 in Serena, and now he will have 2 in Noki. So this is gonna be the 7.
Right. But I'm talking about 5 Bianco shines. Dingeman probably will be able to win it,
But easy, like Zale.
but it doesn't.
Zale is only missing 1 shine.
But Dingeman can just go into Bianco 1 after this.
No, Dingeman hasn't done 3 reds, right?
He did. He just did it. He did it with Turbo, or with Hover, not Rocket.
Okay. Well, Zale is also gonna be able to just go into Bianco 1 after this, that's the point. Or did Zale not do 4?
Zale did 4, but if it's a Bianco 1 race, Dingeman is right there. Zale's gonna have to travel.
I guess, but
It's gonna be close.
That's what I mean, right? It's like the fact that it's only 1 Noki shine. Yeah.
he could get to Bianco in this time.
I mean, that's what he's doing, and Zale is gonna enter first.
Yeah. Okay, this might be the final race of the match. Oh no, it didn't do 4. Okay, so that's not gonna be fun.
Oh, okay. I thought Zale had done 4 already.
Yeah, I thought as well, but then I thought, wait a second, I'd never seen Zale in 4, so...
Yeah, I mean, Zale still can just do Rico hundreds and win.
Yes, so...
I mean, Dingeman sees, oh yeah, I need to get 5 Bianco shines, but doesn't have a column 2 or a column 3 click, so...
I mean, he could Delfino Rocket Nozzle into Bianca Shadow Mario to contest something, but that's gonna, I mean, take the time you should use to contest at something just to be able to have the ability to contest something, which is, well...
Right, and in the time that it takes him to get Bianca Shadow Mario or 6 hiddens, Zale just goes and does Rico hundreds.
Yeah, exactly. Or 2 other hundreds if you don't like Rico hundreds, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, could do pin a 5 and Pianta 1 if you really don't like Rico. But yeah, I mean, this is now Dingeman's delaying it.
I mean, kind of necessary at this point, but
Yeah, it is. I don't think it's going to change the outcome.
okay.
Yeah, there it is. Zale can just exit area now. And it's really Zale's choice of what to do. So
Dingeman. To a 60 there. I think that's the
Zale, I think, is going to do 300s instead of Rico 100. Which, I mean, you have Yoshi, Pianta 500s pretty fast, Pianta 100s pretty fast.
Or just do beach money for the flex.
I mean, he's got Serena 4 open, so
No, that's why it's a flex.
beach money would be BMing.
I know. Listen, I don't think you can flex without BMing, right? Like, what's the point? Like, if you're flexing, right? You're flexing on someone, correct? So what is this?
He's doing it with Yoshi.
Not Zale, I meant like Dingeman. He's got the points, but... Or maybe he doesn't know how to. Okay.
I mean, I think Dingeman still needs one more hit. Maybe 2 more? Because I don't think Dingeman...
I know, that's not gonna come into play. Yep, I'm afraid this match is gonna get to an end after the next hundreds is completed from Zale. So pretty respectable performance here. We'll split the series 2-0 and we'll move on to, well, let me check what it's gonna move on to. I always forget what the bracket is.
I think it is, I can't remember. Oh yeah, Dex versus... No. I think there's no match till tonight. Yeah, I think the scheduled match...
I meant as in like
Just-
not the next match that we're gonna have. I meant the next series that Zale's gonna have play.
It's a choice of who gets to play Zale. Either Bread Ghost or Tur.
Okay.
They get to choose the winner of between Zale and the winner of Juka and Denial. Yeah, Zale's going to do Pianta 100s here, and that will be the match. Dingeman will get a 6th hidden, but cannot. Unless Zale has a really, really bad time, is not going to be able to win both Rico 100 and 300. So.
What is Dingeman doing? Yeah, no, matter. Dingeman going to Rico 2, but I think it's an unlock Rico 3. Maybe it doesn't know that you can do Rico 100. So we see the click. Fina Rocket nozzle into 6 hidden from Dingeman, but yeah, honestly, surprisingly they managed to bring this back, like at least when it comes to clicks, this much. But still.
Yeah, I mean I think the score looks closer than the match was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and like I think what it came down to is Zale had a pretty solid game plan, and I mean I think we said this. Dingeman maybe got a little greedy, and it cost some goals. That Dingeman tried for too many skill plays, I think, instead of prioritizing specific goals. And
on a card like this, it allowed for a very strong defensive positioning. You could afford to go for a risky play at the start and then try to cover it with defensive play, defensive posturing, if you know what I mean. Like you can go for that Serena play and then play defensive because you only need one invade to have an advantage, right? You only need to sneak in once to have an advantage.
Yeah.
And if that
I think
yeah.
I think the turning point really for Dingeman was losing 8 episodes, going a little greedy for the 5th red to get a hidden, ended up costing 8 episodes and potentially 5
play,
Bianco. And I think
in the play you're losing the focus of that play, right? Because it's not like
Yeah.
Serena. It's like if for Serena play you lost Serena. Like it's kind of moot point then. And this will be
yeah,
the third hundreds.
yeah, because column 1 was definitely playable. This is not a bad invasion card by any means.
No.
No.
I mean, it would only be bad if it's like row 1 versus row 5. But even then.
Yeah. So we'll pull them in for an interview.
All right.
GG Dingeman.
GG.
So I want to ask you about one play in particular.
Yeah, I already thought about it, and probably like the moment I was at some point I was debating whether to go to Pianta and Serena, and then for some reason I decided to do a lot of Delfinos, and I just did too many, and I kind of lost the game from there probably. I think
GG's, congrats, Zale.
GG Zale. Okay.
I don't know if we can hear you.
Yeah. I don't think I think you can hear Zale.
Yeah, so Dingeman, the thing I want to ask you is, did you think about trying to steal 5 Bianco shines? Because there was a point where you had done Bianco 3R, and you could have gotten a 5th red with 4. And that would have set you up to steal 5 Bianco shines. And instead you went to Gelato 1R, and that cost you 8 episodes. I guess, what was your thinking for going into Gelato there instead of just finishing off a quick red?
Yeah, well, I just thought I needed a red, and I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to risk like going to Pachinko and dying, so I went to Gelato. But like looking back at it, probably Bianco 4 would have been better. Because yeah, I wasn't really planning on stealing 5 from Bianco, but like if I was stealing something in the last row, it was or column, it was probably going to be that. So yeah, in the end, it was probably a misplay.
Yeah. I want to ask you both about the starts. Zale, you decided to go for 150 from Delfino. Did you think column 5 was the best start here?
I thought that was the fastest goal on the card, and I thought that I didn't want my opponent to. The other goal I thought was like relatively fast. Well, I mean, we played yesterday, and he said that he didn't know Serena won 100, so I wasn't worried about a Serena won 100s. So really, I looked at the card and I was like, it's either like 50 from 2 or like. But the worst case for me would have been if it had been like 9 Serena blues and I was forced onto like the bottom somehow. I really didn't want that, and I thought that the 150 Delfino was just the fastest goal in the card, I guess. And I looked at the other side and I was like, 5 secrets isn't that easy to do always. Serena hundreds, I kind of knew that he didn't have Serena 100s on lock. 13 Delfinos did not look good. Butterfly blue didn't look good. I will say though that I think column 2 was better than column 4, and I realized that midway through that I was kind of like I was worried about getting locked out of the middle and just not being able to get goals at all, because I felt like if you only look at 4 and 5, I think that's worse than 1 and 2 maybe. Yeah, I think so.
If the columns were swapped, yes, but the problem is column 1 is significantly worse than column 2, right? So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
this game is built on a house structure, right? You can have a pretty decent first floor, but if the ground floor is garbage, yeah, it's not gonna work out, right?
True.
So no, I
Yeah.
think the starts are fairly even.
I think where it mainly went wrong, since I was planning to do 5 secrets in Pianta basically from the start, but then for some reason I got tempted by Serena, and then instead of doing either of the two, I decided to do a lot of Delfinos, which in the end just like slowed my progress to another goal in column 1 down a lot, and I think in the end it lost my match as well.
Okay, let's get on to this, because I think this is the crux of what Dingeman could have done to win this match. How does a free bosses, free blue trades, for Serena 8 episode 9 Serena blues start sound?
I was expecting the opponent to go to Serena, so I didn't want to do that.
I think I did Serena pretty slow and relatively late. Like when I was doing Serena, I was worried it would get taken just because there hadn't been a click at all in a really long. The last click that you did was 19 minutes before I clicked Source Serena's. Looking at the timestamps, I was really worried I was losing that, especially since I knew you were ahead to Yoshi.
And that was probably the time where I was wasting a lot of time on Delfinos, I think. Maybe my pin progress, but or both.
Yeah, I thought that because I knew you were ahead to you clicked yellow buttons when I was in Pinna 1, so I was like, oh god. So I figured you would get Yoshi, and then like maybe I knew you had access to Yoshi and Serena for a long time, so I was really worried you would take that middle goal.
I wasn't too worried about goals in column 2. I knew you were going to steal 1, and I was expecting it to happen with 4 Serena shines and not with 3 rockets, but still I was expecting you to steal 1. So I was like, let's just not go for anything in column 2, and let's just like grab 1 whenever I need 1. And then in the end, I decided just to do the yellow button since I was already in Pinna. I also delayed it a little bit, but I was not expecting you to be in Pinna yet, even though 150 Delfinos isn't that slow, but I was still myself pretty early in Pinna, so I was like, let's just delay both 3 bosses and 10 yellow buttons both a little bit, so maybe you have the indication that I'm a bit less far into Pinna than I actually am.
Oh, so you were way ahead in Pinna then. Yeah, that makes sense. You clicked 3 bosses when I was not even near Pinna, and I was like, that's probably Mecha. So I was more behind than it seemed. One question was, what was your first click? What did you go for first?
Well, I didn't like. I thought column 5 was probably the easiest to play with, but then looking at it, like my whenevers, like especially on stream, have been really shaky since for some reason I just get nervous and then my whenevers just won't want to go. So I didn't really want to battle you to a 9 Serena blues, which I was kind of expecting to happen. And when you clicked 150, I was like, yeah, it's kind of good, kind of not good. Like maybe I could have like it's still a boss and it's still Serena progress, so maybe it would have been still offered me a nice pivot into like Serena early.
Yeah.
Probably with 3 boot dates, since like 18 from Serena in 4 with the 100 is a nice start. So maybe I like looking back at it should have started Serena. But I was really expecting you to like start Serena, so I don't know.
I don't like clicking corner goals first. Just I've had it happen before where I forget that if I click a corner goal, my opponent can like Like if I had clicked that and you had somehow clicked 5, no, I don't know. I don't like corners because it doesn't actually like
wait.
pick a side, and I've gotten
Is
screwed
this
over
our
just by that.
streamer signal to people leave?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, thanks.
I don't think we have a match after this.
No, the next match is at 8 Eastern. So come back in 6 hours.
There you go.
Oh, PogChamp. All right. Now we can leave. Have a good one, everybody.